Hello, this is Shane Michael with Mittun Creative, and we are going through our courtesy website audit for veteransfor.org. So the first thing we're going to start with is the brand. So at first glance, it is a little confusing what the actual brand is. It looks like there's a graphic over here. It looks like this could be a logo over here. It's right next to each other, yet they're a little different. This one has a URL underneath. This one does not, and it's combined with the logo. And so it's not as clear cut of a picture of what the actual logo or brand is. If you look at some of these other sites, you'll see this is a relief one. You can see they have the logo up in the header, and it can be in one color, and it looks great. Some other ones, you'll also see they have the logo up here. You'll also see this one, the logo's up in the top as well. You'll see this one has the logo up in the top as well. This one does as well, and this one does as well. So from a branding perspective, it's always present, and whereas if I start going into these pages, the logo's not up here, it's kind of just thrown up at the top. And so what I would recommend is branding all the pages by actually having the logo up in the header. Another thing with a really good logo, we actually have an article about this that we wrote a few years ago on our blog. And one of the biggest things is, there's different ways to really make a brand, but some things that are very successful are clever logos. So you can see this goodwill. This is actually half of a smiley face right here. Now that you see that, you can't unsee it. And it's also a G. So it's a smiley face and a G for goodwill. Feeding America is just very, very simple. And it could be in one color or two colors, and it doesn't lose any effect. This is because once you grow, your logo could be printed on letterheads, it could be small, it could be big, and you just need it to look good no matter what. Another really successful logo that we love is the WWF logo, and it's just single color, and it has negative space. That's just very easy to understand, and it's very brandable, and again, this could be resized. This is another really good one too. It's just big, strong, and bold, and black on yellow is a very powerful, dynamic color, and it's very successful. And this could be reversed. It could be in one color, two colors. For example, if you remove the yellow, then the black would still just look fine, or you could remove the black and have it be white, and it would look just fine. Same with this one too. It's very simple, very brandable. You could add a tagline to the right, below it. You can do a lot of things with it. Even this Planned Parenthood one, it has two P's built in. It could be reversed, and so on and so forth. And so if you look at some other veteran ones, you can see that they're all pretty simple. One of the main rules of a good nonprofit brand, or a brand in general, is for it to be able to work in one color. And so when looking at the current brand, it has multiple colors baked in, and it's really dependent on this additional text. And so I would advise a rebrand to be visited. And one of the other things too is if it's all in black, then you can't really see the flag or the guy in there. And so if you end up printing on T-shirts or anything like that, you're going to have, you need the option to be able to print in one color ink. And in the current format, you kind of lose the logo. And so first thing I would recommend is revisiting the branding to be just stronger, bolder, not have text on an angle, have text just straight, and then revisiting what the actual icon looks like, so you can have an icon and text, or just the icon itself. So that would be the recommendation for number one. So going on to the messaging of the site, if I land on the home page and if I'm just looking, okay, so I'm drawn to see this over here. I see this over here. It says, we continue to serve. Veterans for is more than just a team of former military professionals. It was born from a sense of duty to help those in need. Click here to help support the mission of Veterans for. Okay, click here to help support the mission. But what is the mission? So I'm not really sure what the mission is. I know that it's more than a team of former military professionals, and I know it was born of a sense of duty, but I don't know what the mission is. Okay, we want to make a difference. That gives me a little bit more information, so that's good. Let me see here. We are a group of regular people just like you, working together to make a difference for a family. Okay, our goal is to bring clean water, reliable communication, other vital necessaries to areas. Okay. Okay, so this info should be on the About page. This info should be on the About page because this is about you. This isn't your mission. This is information about your organization. This is the mission. The mission is to bring clean water, reliable communication, and other vital necessities to areas affected by natural disasters. This is your statement, to my understanding, based on what I can see right here. This message right here should be massive and should be front and center right here. So all of this right here, this is where your message should be. That's what it should say, to bring clean water to those who need it and all the other good stuff, and then have the button underneath right there. And so if you look at these other sites, you can see, let's see if there's any good examples here. Annual Warrior Survey, let's see. Your brightest future starts here, starts now. Ooh, see, that's a pretty good thing. We're here to help. Okay, so that's actually pretty good because the website is for the viewers. The website's not for you. So what do the viewers want to see? The viewers want to be the hero. The viewers want to be the person that is the hero of the journey. So you got to tell them how they can be the hero. And you do that by giving them the purpose, to bring clean water. So maybe it says, do you want people to have clean water? And then there's a button, yes, I do. And then it takes them to another page on how they can get involved or something like that. And you have to get involved, so this is great. Are you interested in helping others? Let us know. We're always looking for volunteers. So this text right here, this is kind of fluff. Are you interested in helping others? I mean, it's human nature. Everybody wants to help others, so you don't really need to say that. It could be something like, do you want to give your life a little bit more meaning by helping others that don't have clean water? Or maybe, could you imagine not having clean water? It's hard to imagine, right? There's people that have been stricken by these disasters and they don't have water or clean water or, reliable communication. So the messaging should get tweaked a little bit and be more of like a story, like a storytelling experience ultimately. So that's just a quick little, tidbit on the messaging, really calling out the purpose right here and highlighting that, and then also having calls to actions under all of these things. Because right now I can't, it says join the team, but I can't click anything. So there should be calls to actions there. So that goes into the website. So the website itself, the brand needs to be more prominent. The logo should be up in the header. There should be some kind of big messaging up here, like I just went over. There should be calls to action under each item. So if you want them to get involved, this should be a link to get involved and stuff like that. So, for example, we built this website for the LA Food Bank. So it says our vision: no one goes hungry in Los Angeles County. And then it actually says $1 provides 4 meals. I mean, how clear can you get? $1 provides 4 meals. And then it says 1 in 7 people in Los Angeles County experiences food insecurity. Our mission to mobilize resources to fight hunger in our community. So we have an obvious donate now button right here. We have the clear primary action, because there's people here that are actually looking to find food. And then there's people here looking to volunteer. And we have the vision right here, and it says help now. So the LA Food Bank doesn't say, hey, we're a big warehouse with a bunch of trucks that drive around and pick up food, because that's about the organization. But the website needs to share the vision and the purpose, and then be transparent, like this $1 equals 4 meals. And then you kind of just go down and you can just see, oh, monthly giving, volunteer, get help, and then the upcoming events and the stories and so forth. And so then they have a little tidbit about the LA Food Bank, you know, giving the history. The Food Bank has been fighting hunger since 1973. And then it gives an option to donate. So what I would recommend is using imagery that you have and making it clear what their dollar does if they get involved. What does $1 do? If $1 doesn't do anything, then what does $100 do? Does that provide water for somebody? Does that provide, communication? What does that do? And to be very transparent and lay it out in a story. And it's about the user. It's not about you. It's not about you yet. Okay, they want to know how they can help. Again, coming back to this example, $1 provides 4 meals. No one goes hungry in Los Angeles County. So we could change the messaging, we could change the website to say, everybody, this is good, everybody deserves clean water and reliable communication. Like, that's a pretty powerful statement, like right up top. Everybody deserves clean water and reliable communication. $100 gives X amount of people walkie-talkies and cell phones, and so they can communicate when disaster strikes, or X amount of dollars provides clean water and so forth. And so then from there, the rest of the pages would kind of follow suit. And so making it clear what the purpose of the page is, no matter where they land, always having the brand up top, and then always having your primary objective up top too. So in their case, it's donate now. So no matter where you are, for example, if you go to, let's say like the board of directors, for example, so it says, oh, this is my page. And then it says, meet the driving force behind them. And then it goes through to list them out. And so they're going to end up having photos, but for now, you can see it still has the brand, still has the primary navigation, and it still has that donate button no matter where they are. And that's a common theme on any successful nonprofit website, because no matter where people are, they might just decide to donate, and you want it to be as easy as possible. So I would say having a donate button right up there, just plain, just so obvious, no matter where they are, would be another thing to look into. And then being clear of what this page is. So I clicked something and I'm not really sure, like I clicked boots on the ground, but now I don't really know what boots on the ground is. It's not really too clear of the messaging, because again, the website's not for you, it's for your audience. And so you have to put yourself in their shoes and kind of change the messaging and, and put it like be in their shoes. And so these images are great. And so I would put these images big and up top, taking up this full space. So it's just very, very obvious where they're at. So that's just a little bit of insight on the actual website. Let me see if it's responsive. Okay, so it does have mobile. Okay, it does have a mobile menu, so that's good. So yeah, that's pretty good, but the overall style should be laid out a little bit more in that visual storytelling way. So let's hop into the donation form, because this is obviously a very critical part. And so immediately, I'm not sure how to donate. Let me see. I know I saw it before. So I don't see any donate buttons on the site. Oh, it must be on the home page. Oh, right here. Is this it? Okay, so this jumps out to a GoFundMe page. Gotcha. Okay. Well, that's cool. Good, you guys are making progress. That's beautiful. So I didn't know it was going to do that. And this call to action has a little bit too much text. Like it's kind of hard to read. A good call to action has one like one line of text. You know, like just donate now. Just something so obvious of what it's actually going to do. You can have the supporting text above it, not in the actual button. And so if I come down here a little bit more, okay, so there's actually another donate button. Let's see, in this, okay, this jumps out to PayPal. Got it. So yeah, there should definitely be a little bit more integrations with the website. So immediately this isn't branded anymore. I'm not really sure, like right now I don't even see the logo. Now I'm wondering, okay, the organization is Veterans For, but it doesn't say Veterans For Inc., doesn't say veteransfor.org. Everywhere else I was at, the logo said veteransfor.org. It had this little logo, and now I just get jumped out. And so I'm feeling a little unsure about donating because I'm not really sure if I'm donating to the right place. You know what I mean? I would actually feel more comfortable going to the GoFundMe page, but I don't know that I'm donating. I'm just supporting the mission. So that's a little unclear. So really a donation form should be completely baked in and just really obvious. And I know a good one that does this is Charity Water. So let's see what their donation form is. Oh, look, this is actually beautiful. 100% of your money brings clean water to people in need. That's what I'm talking about, messaging. Like, that is beautiful. And look at this photo. I mean, this is gorgeous. This site is gorgeous. So let's see what happens when I click donate. Oh, I hover. It tells me the options. Give once, give month. Like, it's okay, sweet. So I'm just going to click donate. Yes, look at this. Okay, so right on their form, I can actually select the amount of money. Their logo's right there. It's on their website. It shows 100% of your money brings clean water. Private donors cover our operating costs. I mean, it's so obvious that I'm giving to Charity Water, as opposed to, jumping out to a PayPal link, and not being really sure. Like, it actually is thinking I'm a robot now. Security challenge. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, the donation form needs a little bit of love. Let's see what the LA Food Bank does. Yeah, no one should go hungry in LA. Branded still. Your gift today is vital to distributing. Yeah, there's options to give. You can enter the card info here. What inspired you? Okay, yeah. So it's kind of all branded and right and built in. And there's a lot of different ways to do the donation process. I mean, I'm just pulling up examples right now to kind of give you a feel of what could be. So yeah, that's the donation form. So, I mean, overall, I think it's fantastic that you guys have got this far, that you're getting some traction with your GoFundMe page. They are able to support those in need. But, as you know, the website could use some love. It could use some branding. And I would really just start with getting a refresh of this page, looking at the messaging and rewriting things to be for the user, And then looking at, rebranding the logo so it could work in one color. And then just putting it all together. And, it's tough to do because you're trying to do you're trying to do all these amazing things. You're in the field, you're making stuff happen. And, the technology part is, not something you should be focused on. You should be focusing on continuing to serve, like you're saying, and you shouldn't need to focus about your website. Like anytime you're focusing on your website, you're not in the field helping people. And so that's where we come in. So hopefully this was helpful. I think, you guys are in a great spot to make these changes. You do have some things that are working for you on your website, like it is mobile friendly. That's a really good thing. You can see when I resize this, it does have, a mobile navigation. You do have a GoFundMe site, so you have that going. It just needs to be polished and just really brought together. And we can definitely help you do that if you're interested. Let us know, and we can go on to the next step where we actually provide a little bit more details on the next steps, and we can just go from there. So let me know if you have any questions, and thanks so much.